All right. Welcome to the Rugrats podcast. This is episode.
Sigma Club.
This is episode 35. 34.
Yeah.
No, 34. Okay. Episode 34, and
Yeah,
today
34.
we have the gorgeous Zach Porat.
Yeah, thank you guys
Hey,
for having me
what's
on.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I really like your new haircut, man.
Thank
Yeah.
you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
it
it
was
is
a
great.
little too short, but it's all right. It marinated.
Why didn't you?
Marinated?
Yeah, marinate.
Why didn't you need a burst taper like him?
Yeah,
Oh,
bro, this
you're
shit's
right,
fire,
yeah.
bro.
You're right.
Bro, someone commented on one of our TikToks.
Really?
Like
What did they say?
commenting
My
saying
fluff?
your haircut was tough.
Yeah, yes, sir. That's tough. Oh my! I love you, whoever that is.
Okay.
Oh, so that's awesome. No, so today we're switching up the scenery a little bit. We got the fireplace and the nice woods in the background. Hope you guys like it. I think it looks really nice. So,
Past few podcasts, we've had a different scene in every single one. It's like we're changing maps in the video game.
yeah, totally. I think this we should stick with this setup though.
Definitely.
I really like this a lot, especially like with the fireplace in our old setup, which was just the TV. We actually have a real one now,
Oh,
so
that's like the most iconic TV of all time.
the iconic TV.
It's like, bro, it's like when you're scrolling your IG reels and you see that TV, you're like, yo, I'm definitely not gonna watch the rest of this.
Alright, that's funny. Alright, so Zach, you want to introduce yourself to the podcast?
Yeah, of course. So, my name's Zach. I recently just finished my first year at Northeastern University, but it wasn't in Boston. It was in the hood of Oakland,
Yeah.
so that was quite interesting. But I went to school with these guys,
Yeah.
and
He's a year older than us, though.
Yeah.
He's still 18. He's young for his grade, but
yeah, I'm very young.
Still
Yeah.
uncle though.
yeah,
Yeah.
still uncle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, but now we're in the summer, enjoying
Yeah.
it, hanging with the fellas.
Yeah, we're about to go to the beach tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have a good
Good
time.
time, yeah.
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 So I'm excited. You were talking about Oakland. What was that like?
Bro.
I know
like-
you've told me some shit.
Yeah, bro. Did I tell you anything about this?
Nothing crazy.
Dude, like gunshots every day, like very minimal throughout the day, but towards the nighttime, boom, 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 just mag dumping,
Dude,
bro.
Yeah.
I swear to God, yeah. Swear.
Is there this bad gang violence there or something?
I don't know if it was gang violence.
I mean,
but
Oakland is like, I think. Have you guys ever watched the TV show Snowfall? I think it's like placed in Oakland.
Wait, is that the guy that's like, I
I
built
built
this
this shit brick
I
by
s-
brick.
I s-
Yeah, that's exactly it.
All right, this would be off a tangent, but I just think you guys find this funny. So I was in the sauna today with our buddy Rossi, right?
Yeah.
And he was telling me, he was like, bro, I need to drop this like Sigma persona, bro. Like you can't do that. So I was like, bro, I can't, bro. It's too far into me. And I was like, I can't drop it, bro. I built this shit brick by brick, and I'll be damned if I see someone take it down because you don't like the way. And I said
Another
that,
person talks.
and I was screaming it as loud as I can in the sauna. It was hella funny, yeah.
That is hilarious. Yeah, no.
But no,
It's fun, it's fun.
but continue. Do you think? Are you happy that it was in Oakland, like for your first year?
Because it was closer to like you grew up in
California.
right?
yeah. So I mean, it's a 7-hour drive from where I lived in LA. So I wouldn't say it was going back home. It's completely different in like the Bay Area because I wouldn't really travel there much. But was I happy it was in Oakland? No. Probably preferred if it was in Boston, but it was a cool experience.
No, I mean you met a bunch of like really cool people though. You
Yeah,
told me
definitely.
about.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah,
It's like especially with the connections made in college and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Especially Northeastern because it's an international college, and so
Yeah.
you got a lot of international students coming to Northeastern and stuff like that. So you want to talk about that a little bit?
Dude, yeah, of course. So, met a lot of interesting people. All my boys. Shout out Atta. That's the homie. He might watch this. I'll send him.
Yeah, definitely.
Or maybe it'll pop up on his TikTok feed. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll see.
hopefully.
But dude, met a lot of awesome people. Some people from international students. So met some amazing people from like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Europe, Mexico, even like Nicaragua, which was really
Damn,
cool.
what
But yeah,
the
it was really cool. But I think like what was really interesting about meeting international students was just the new type of culture. I learned a lot about the Muslim culture, how the families work from my friends.
Was your best friend Muslim?
Yeah, two of the kids of my friend group are Muslim,
Yep.
and then one is very Muslim, to where he doesn't drink, stuff like that. Yeah,
He doesn't eat pork.
Yeah, none of them eat pork. Yeah, it was cool.
Definitely. Wow.
Yep.
Oh, that's sick.
It's halal.
Yeah, very
So
No, so your friend from is that your having a startup, right? And so is that the friend from Abu Dhabi?
No, so that's my friend Omar. He's from New York. But yeah, let me talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I have one question.
Yeah, of
So
course.
compared to if you were at the main campus in Boston, is there more international students at like these like, what was it called, sister campus or something?
Yeah, sure, like a satellite campus.
Yeah. Is there more international students at the satellite campuses? Well, you haven't been able to compare.
Like
but...
statistically, I don't know.
Yep.
But
I mean-
it did seem
Yeah.
like there were a lot of international kids, and I know, like the two programs at my school where they would send kids to Oakland, they'd send kids to London. There was a bunch of other campuses, but those are the two main ones.
Yeah.
And then they would move the kids back and forth, like semester 1 in Oakland, semester 2 in London. That's what some of my friends did. And I remember hearing like a lot of the kids in London campus were international. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly,
I mean,
but there were a lot of international
I
kids.
think the Boston campus is the most like kind of famous.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I assume it's also the biggest campus, so maybe
Yeah.
you'll see more international students there.
Yeah. I think it's around like 30%, 40%.
Yeah, but obviously you
Wow.
don't have the data to back it up because
Yeah, I
you
don't
don't have the like perspective
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Do you think about how funny it is that one of the campuses is in California, like obviously not super close to where you grew up, but like relatively close, like 7 hours. One of the campuses is in Massachusetts, where it's near where you grew up.
Yeah.
And the other campus is in London, where your mom pretty much moved.
Yeah,
That's-
it was
that's
very
cool.
funny. Yeah.
That's
It is cool.
that's a massive coincidence. I never even thought of that.
Could you go to London for a year if you wanted to?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think you're gonna do that, or you just go straight to Boston?
No, I'll show you Boston.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, because you know most of the people in Boston and stuff like that. You'll be close to Kevin, Matt,
Yep.
me,
Exactly.
Pat. Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, he's doing something now.
That's tough. Yeah.
Wait,
No,
am I
so
Rodney and Peter?
What?
Peter?
My brother.
it's his older brother.
Oh my gosh, my bad.
Yeah, no,
It's
Yeah.
fine. You don't need brother.
Yeah, no. Wait, you have an older brother?
you didn't know that?
No, I don't know that. You have an older brother? I thought, really?
You must have met Peter. I
Yeah,
think.
you definitely met Peter. He probably thought he was John.
Yeah.
He's a little smaller, but
No, they pretty
Wait, I'm so dumb. Yeah, of course I know Peter. He was at UNH, right?
much. Yeah.
Yeah, and then now, I completely forgot. Yeah,
You
dude,
just
that's my,
brain-farted?
no,
Yeah.
I'm good.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just, my bad. It's
That's
been a while,
hilarious.
my bad. Yeah.
No, that's
bro,
shit.
bro went Hollywood for a
Yeah.
second.
My bad.
No, that shit actually happens all the time. Like your brain just like forgets like the most random shit.
Dude, I know.
Today in the car, Adrian was like, bro, this is a while ago. This is like a long time ago. I was probably like 13, and like probably 15. And I had a J in my bag. This is I don't smoke. I don't smoke weed anymore. But I had a J in my bag. Adrian was like, bro, you were telling me about the time when your mom found a J in your bag and got pissed at you. I'm like, what? Let's say I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, bro, we hung out afterwards. I'm like, Andrew, like I didn't remember hanging out when we were 15 years old.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, then we had the McKenna's grad party, and then it all clicked. Like,
Yeah.
I literally completely forgot
No,
about
I was
all
just
that
about
stuff.
I was just about to say that. Like sometimes people
Great.
will bring shit up, and then you'll immediately remember like verbatim on what someone will say, like if it was or what someone said like 5 years ago or something like that, and you just completely forgot about it until that point when someone brought it up. I mean, that shit's kind of crazy to me. That happens to me a couple of times, and I think it's very cool, like looking at the past and stuff like that.
like how
that.
one little thing can just remind you of like an array of events.
Of memories and
Yeah,
stuff
bro.
like that. Yeah.
Dude, my mom reminded me. I just completely forgot. Like, I had this like major injury when I was playing baseball. Like, I know it's like very small, but it was like crazy. Like, I just completely forgot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what was that? What was the injury?
Like, I had a lot of injuries, but my mom reminded me of how I had like two. There was something wrong with my thighs. I just like couldn't sprint, or they'd both like flare up.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Tendinitis.
Something like that. Yeah, my thighs.
That makes sense. It was like kind of like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You quadricep tendinitis, dude. That's the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah. It
It's
was
like when
bad.
you bend your knee like this, you got crazy pain right here.
It wasn't like pain. It was just like
Tight.
Like tight. It was so tight. I had to like foam like a bunch every day. But yeah.
Damn. No, so you want to talk about the startup for a little bit?
Yeah, man. Of course.
I mean, like, start from the bottom because like when you explained it to Eddie and I, that
Probably a
was
little
a little confusing.
Yeah.
But
Well, first, before we start that, do you guys want to talk about some of the stuff you guys have done together, like some of like your guys' background? Because especially you, like,
oh well, yeah, totally, yeah.
so
You started coding a while
you've
ago.
done so much stuff, like big coding. You found a way to monetize your coding. You guys have tried to work together and figure that out and be entrepreneurs.
Yeah, let's start. Wait, how did you start coding? Or like, how did you start your entrepreneurial career?
Yeah, so it was around I think sophomore year. So I was a big Discord guy because of video games. I had a PC, you know,
Yeah.
like, little nerd.
Big
you
PC
know,
guy.
Big PC
What
nerd.
was this during COVID? Around? Yeah, that was COVID.
Yeah,
Because my
around
freshman
COVID.
year, my freshman year was COVID, and so your sophomore year was COVID.
No, my freshman year was COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was like half and half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah.
Right, sure. Yeah, so I had a PC as game lock on Discord, and these people, I remember learning about these guys who would sell just various stuff through Discord. They would sell like botting,
and stuff like that.
cheats. They'd sell like botting Instagram accounts, more of like gray area, gray hat, little black hat, mostly like gray area. Like, is this legal? Is this
Semi-illegal stuff.
But you know what's
Yeah.
going on. But one of them was this guy he had this software that would mass DM thousands of people on Instagram, Discord, all that stuff, and he would advertise the product to them, right? So I hit him up, was like, hey, like, how'd you do this? Because if you have no background of programming, you have no clue of how this is even possible,
Yeah.
right? So he's like, the guy was super nice because I was like, I wasn't really trying to like buy anything off
Yeah.
him. He's like, I went through Python. I was like, what is that, right?
Yeah.
Like, Python.
Is that a snake?
Yeah, like, exactly, yeah, exactly. Like, what does a snake have to do this, right? So I did research, and then from there, I learned programming with the sole purpose of to make money. I had some, learned programming, did some business stuff. I kind of did the same thing they were doing with botting and stuff like that.
Yeah,
made some
elaborate
money.
on that, bro.
Yeah, so
Come on, talk about that. Or is that? No, it's fine.
no, it's fine.
Okay.
No, I won't. No, it's fine.
You won't go too in depth.
No, I won't go to that. But not the Fed stuff.
Yo, Rugrats, keep this on the
Yeah.
deal, all right?
But just like botting Instagram accounts,
Yeah.
like sending followers, people buying them for a couple cents, whatever. Just like mass DMing people.
I mean, we used your following bot.
Yeah.
OFM.
Yeah. But that made some money. I resold college sheets for a little while. This is like the old. I feel like every 15-year-old kid did this.
Sold
Most
college
kids.
sheets.
Yeah, college sheets. I
Bro,
feel like most kids.
I'm
did
pretty
that.
sure Ross even dabbled in that.
Yeah.
somehow,
Yeah, like
right?
I feel like 15-year-old kids and gaming. I feel like most kids
Yeah.
did that. But sold college sheets for a bit. Made one. I made a college sheet and
I remember you telling me about this.
mass sold it. That was good.
What was the ROI there? Like, what?
Well, no, you had a Discord. Your Discord server was pretty big. It had like around maybe what was it, 600, 800 people in it?
I think it reached a peak of like 1,200.
What was your profit based off the college sheets roughly? You don't need to disclose that if you don't want to, but I'm just curious.
Bro, just disclose. Bro, it's fine. It'll increase the perceived likelihood of achievement for people watching this podcast.
Let's say it's like low 5 figures.
Damn.
Low 5 figures. Yeah, it's all in Bitcoin. I lost it all though, which
Oh, that's
sucks.
funny.
But yeah,
How'd you lose it all?
like NFTs and like Bitcoin.
Oh,
and stuff.
fuck.
Yeah.
Well, and did NFTs go back up after like this kind of like bull run?
I don't know. I haven't looked at them in a while. I mean, dude, I have no.
Bro, I have no right now. I still have no fucking faith in crypto. It's like a false bull run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, like my friends were living in NFTs, and they're like, bro, like, buy this. And I was like 15, 16. I had no financial.
Wait, was it the Polygon NFT?
Yeah. I had no financial.
I remember this.
I had no financial literacy.
Yeah.
I should have put all of that money. I don't know. I should have put my bank or something. But they're like, bro, like buy Polygon NFTs. I bought a bunch.
Yeah.
Bought them really low. Some of them actually made me money.
Just to have
Bunch
them,
of
or sell
them. I have one of them. I sold a bunch when I lost a lot of money. I have one of them in my account. It's worth. I bought it for 500. I think it's worth $8 or something. No, like even less, like 30, like crazy.
Really?
low.
I thought it was one of those things where it made you Polygon. Like,
Yeah, it made you Polygon based on the amount of people in the network.
No,
But there's
no,
no
you
one
know
in the
what's
network anymore. So it's kind of like a scheme, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like a little
That
bit.
is literally a
That's like a Ponzi
multi-level marketing scheme.
Is it? Yeah.
It's a Ponzi
It's
scheme.
Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, because the value is based on the number of.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of a Ponzi scheme, I don't think I've ever even told you about this, but when I was in the hospital with my broken leg, there was a kid that was next to me that also was getting his arm surgery, and my dad's like somewhat into crypto, like he owns like XRP, and this dude was literally trying to recruit my dad to this network called Drip Network. He's like, oh,
I've heard of that.
He's like, oh, you just invite more people, and they give you a percentage of the amount of people in the network, blah 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 blah. This dude was explaining it like it was an infinite money glitch. It was literally just a Ponzi scheme.
That is.
I think
Ponzi
it's
scheme.
still actually going on, and like, I don't know if there's.
I've heard about that.
I don't know.
You know what's crazy about Polygon though? So before it like got really big,
You bought it.
no, before Polygon, so I used to mine crypto back in the day with my computers.
I
and
still
stuff
have your
like
miners, by the way.
that. Yeah, I know. But I used to mine crypto back in the day. This was like maybe like 2019, 2020, something like that. And I would make like 15, maybe like 15 to 50 bucks a day, something like that. I can't really remember. It had something with a 5.
500.
No, definitely not.
You okay? Can I set up your miners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would, instead of putting it in Bitcoin, I was kind of more of a like degenerate. So I would put it in these like crypto tokens and stuff like that to try and get a better ROI on the investment. And so I put it in Polygon, and I mean I think I put like I started mining and I started putting everything in Polygon, and I think it was like an 80x or something like that. Yeah, it was crazy, and I bought it right before the bull run too.
It was big.
The
Polygon network was crazy.
Let me guess what you do with your profits. Hey, guess.
Yeah, more like.
Oh, you're like, oh, it's like, go again. Oh, let's go. Made it all back.
No, it's like it's due. It's due.
Oh, that's funny.
No, so you started to get into reselling stuff on Discord. And
Were you
stuff
ever a sneaker reseller, bro? I could so see.
I could so see you as a sneaker reseller. Yeah.
I almost like I tried to once, but no, I would never got into it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think that's a super easy market to get into.
Oh yeah, probably.
I know so many kids that like made money off
No, you know a kid that in LA that does like hypebeast reselling and stuff like that and makes racks off of it.
Yeah, he's a scammer though. That's the thing. But what he did?
Pay to buy.
No. Yeah, pay to buy.
He
But-
buys reps, sells them for real.
Yeah, but
that's
what he
fucked up.
did was, now this is alleged, but there's so much proof, like not proof that people know about, proof that if you live in the town, like
Yeah.
I know, like it's not out there. You gotta like be in the town where everyone lives, right? Where
Yeah.
he sells this shit. But he would sell real. He used to be real legit. He'd sell real sneakers, real clothes, and then he built up a following of clients.
Mm-hmm.
And then now he sells like one-to-one replicas of clothes like that are fake. Like I don't know what the brands are
Hella
called.
smart.
Like the hype. No, it's so smart.
Bro, so many leads.
It's like 50x.
Does he have
80x
infinite
per-
leads too?
Bro, yeah, infinite leads,
It's
and
different
then
M, bro.
bro, but people buy his clothes. He sells at such a discount. People buy his clothes and then resell his. So he's just the bulk. He's the bulk seller, bro. So
Damn.
smart.
He's like Alibaba.
Yeah, really.
He is
Bro,
Alibaba.
no, but he buys the sweatshirts and everything. Oh, Spider. That's what it's called. You know Spider?
Yes, I have a shirt.
Yeah.
I have a rep shirt from
Yeah,
Panama.
yeah. He has it's like legit. It's 1-to-1. It's like $1 per shirt. He sells them for like $80. Crazy. And then he put all his friends on. So they all like he has a nice BMW like M3. His other friend has like a BM. They all have Beamers. Like they have an
Bro, found the
office.
method.
Bro, did
Yeah,
find
like
the
for
method.
real. Like they're gonna like.
I mean, that's some.
He's
like,
gonna go to jail.
yeah.
Like maybe if he doesn't, good for him. But or he's come back. But good for him, right?
Yeah.
But got away with it. But this guy's come back.
Look, I mean, if you've ever been in the entrepreneurial space, you've obviously tried to dabble with scams. Like, let's
Yeah.
be real here. Like,
Yeah.
you get so fucking money hungry, you just want to get some sort of success,
like quickly too.
like quickly.
Yeah, I feel like in every single entrepreneur's path, they
Start off with scams.
They start off with scams, yeah, because they don't really think long term and they think short term. Like I'm gonna make a bunch of money in like a week or something like that. But the fast track to success is taking the slow track. you
Dude,
know?
I could go in depth on some of the scams I've did. I've tried to be like a fake catfish scam and try like I remember when I was working at Long Beach, I was on my phone like texting a dude from India to pretend to be a chick trying to get $800.
I've seen that.
That's
I've seen that
wild.
stuff,
It
too.
didn't end up working, but then another
Yeah, because the dude was from India.
and then I was trying to drop ship. I was trying to drop ship stuff from Panda by like in like this winter, and so I just listed like Grinches on like different like reseller apps and stuff. I got a few people like hit me back and like, asked for it, but I just couldn't do it with a guilty.
Yeah.
I think that's not scamming though, right?
No, like $800 Grinches, bro. I was gonna sell.
Oh, shoes. Oh, I thought you. Oh, never mind.
No,
Yeah.
Grinches
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
the
shoes,
shoes.
like they're
Oh,
like
okay.
$2,000, and I was gonna sell them like fucking fake reps that costed me like $40. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it just because like the most important thing is keeping your integrity,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like not
Put
breaking
yourself,
your
put
moral
yourself in
code.
their shoes, you know.
Yeah.
That would
No, but like
suck,
yeah, no,
bro,
like
if
you
were
said,
that
the
guy
most
then.
important thing is keeping your moral integrity because that's the only thing that'll kind of keep you sane in a
Yeah.
way, for lack of a better word. Because like if you make a bunch of money or anything like that through scams and stuff, you're always going to be looking behind your shoulder about and sleeping with one eye open.
Yeah.
And knowing yourself that you scam the shit out of people.
And just knowing, like, I wouldn't want my family to know that. I wouldn't want my younger brother to know that. I wouldn't want my dad to know that. That I'm a piece of shit.
And then it's also not sustainable too.
Yeah. Bro, like,
and the goal to business is to stay in business, right? So
Yeah, and like if you don't have reputation, you have nothing.
Bro, like-
you're only as strong as your word.
yeah.
bro, look at fucking Drake. Like,
Yeah.
he does all this fucking, like, unadmirable shit. Like, he's just, like, a piece of shit, not a good role model, not a good father, not a good person. And since he did all that stuff and sacrificed it for his career is starting to implode on itself because all those bad traits he had were like chinks in the armor. That Kendrick Lamar Loki went in on him and fucking destroyed his ass.
Wait, doesn't he like little
Paul
girls
destroyed
though?
his ass.
Yeah, Drake.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
little girls though, right?
Something like that. Yeah, like mine is. or
Dude,
something.
I think the worst part is just how much like a bad father he is. It's
Yeah.
like how much of a bad example he is. I would feel so bad
For Adonis.
for Adonis's kid. Like, your father is Drake, just like some like pretty boy piece of shit that like only cares about power.
Yeah.
And it's low-key a pedo too.
Yeah, high key pedo.
And his music is ass.
all right, chill. I kind of like his
And
music.
he's ugly.
I be bumping on his music.
And he's a
sometimes.
BBL. And he has fake abs. And he's corny.
And I can dunk on him.
And I can dunk on him, bro.
You mog him too.
Yeah, I'm
and
on
I'm
him,
on him.
Actually, nah, bro. His abs are crazy, bro. His ab implants.
Really?
Yeah.
That's OD, bro. Oh
Like
my
not trying to
God.
glaze, but I feel like you still probably mog him though.
Yeah.
Like, not trying to glaze.
Bro, I'm him.
Nah, show it to the camera.
Yeah, I'm him, bro.
All right, anyways, wait. So Zach, one of the questions that I have about like your Discord thing is, like, how did you get so many people? What was the process of getting all those people into the Discord? What did you do to get those leads or acquire
Oh,
those
dude,
customers?
like thinking back at it, it was actually so smart. Like I just did this randomly, but you know how people on like TikTok would post like methods,
yeah,
like on the Notes app,
yeah.
bro. So it's like, what's that? It's like inadvertent like advertising, something like that.
Yeah.
Or I don't know the terms, but something like that.
Wait, would it be like
It'd be like
you wouldn't say come join my Discord server. You'd be like, yo,
Yeah.
this is the new method, and then they'd find your Discord
yeah, then
server.
they'd like look in the bio or something like that.
Yeah.
Because they're intrigued, right? So
Yeah.
I post very very white hat, nothing crazy. And then people would join, and there you go. Yeah.
Damn.
With the company I'm working with, Sports Sleep Tape, we kind of do stuff like that, where like, I'm not saying, oh, use this. I always take a video of like me putting Sports Sleep Tape on Kevin, and then Kevin doing a backflip. They see this kid wearing the mouth tape, they get intrigued, click on the account.
Yeah, and also with that, it's like why is this? What's the mouth tape? You know?
Yeah.
It's just so new. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Damn, that's crazy.
Oh.
What?
I have a question for you. So with obviously getting lead generation, you're gonna need some sort of advertisement, right? I remember you were once talking to me and Eamon about, or me when I was like a copywriter, like, oh, write some copy for me. Do you think that if you had AI able to like write your own copy for you and help expedite all your marketing and stuff, do you think you would be able to make your coding business a lot bigger?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah. But the copy, you'd have to train. I guess you'd say. I don't want to use fancy words, but you'd have to train the AI to write good copy.
Yep.
You can't just, you'd have to do some like prompt engineering if anyone knows what it is. But it would be a little difficult, but yeah, you could definitely do it.
Whereas we just kind of help the AI learn.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's great.
Mhm.
So after that, then what made you stop doing that?
Like everything got, like I guess you can say it was like moral conscious or, yeah, just a little bit morals. Now what I was doing wasn't necessarily like
Too
hurting
bad.
hurting other people. But it got to a point where it was like it's kind of just a waste of time.
Yeah.
And then everything also got like banned on everything.
Mhm.
So lost like everything. But not a big deal. Good learning point, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Learn to not do that type of stuff. But yeah.
But then also you learned how to like acquire customers, sell those customers, and actually make money online.
Yeah.
Which is a great skill to have, and that kind of propelled you into becoming an entrepreneur and going down the entrepreneurial path. And now you have a startup with your friend that you were telling me about.
Yeah.
So what is that? I mean, you were explaining it to Eddie and I at
Yeah,
the beach
sure.
the other day. So you want to elaborate to Rugrats?
Yeah,
Got it?
sure. So of October of 2023, my friend, this was beginning of school. You're meeting everyone, and my still friend now, Omar, lives in New York. Hopefully he watches this. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
But he came with this idea, and I don't want to say too much, but who cares anyways? It's all patented, so it doesn't really matter. But
You just go like,
Just
no.
say the gist of it.
yeah, I'll say the gist of it. But so essentially, he came to me with this idea of basically becoming the monopoly of vehicle-to-vehicle communication between self-driven cars and
Robo-taxis
regular,
and stuff like that?
and regular drive-by-wire vehicles, which are just newer vehicles that run on technology. And he came to me with this idea, because prior we were talking about like information in finance and programming. So he knew what I was talking about. Just came to the idea. He said, "Would you want to work on it?" And we started. So just over those months, we were talking to like venture capitalist firms. We were slowly developing the 3D model, because building the real product.
I mean, it
was
would
a lot
probably
more-
take like a couple $1 million.
Yeah, it was a lot more difficult than we thought. It wasn't really feasible in the atmosphere we were in. But we built a 3D model and was successful. And also training our custom AI was very difficult. It cost a lot of money.
What AI is that? Just clarifying.
Well, yeah.
So essentially, with the software, the vehicles, they're interacting with images. So the images is like an accumulation of all the data, the cameras, the LiDAR, the 2D like overview. It's much more data, and it's all combined in an image, a 3D image, and it's sent to other vehicles. Now there's no mathematical formula to connect all this data together.
Mm-hmm.
It's not linear. So there's a lot of different possible occurrences with the data, which means you need machine learning, you need AI, and you train the model to combine all the data into an image feed, and then it sends to other cars. It's like based on algorithm. That's how it works.
So you're trying to sell. You say you're trying to sell your patent to like an automobile company?
Yeah, so our business model was, when talking to venture capitalist firms, hey, you give us our seed round money. We were looking at like 1.2 million. You give us seed round funding. We're going to develop this out completely. We're going to show that we have, it was not 1.2 million. It was 100K initial seed round from this one venture capitalist. That was like one of our offers, like a potential offer they were talking about. And we would create the initial product with realistic like vehicles, but it was like miniature sized cars, so it was like robotic vehicles that had the exact same camera data and everything,
Sick as fuck.
right? So it had everything the exact same, and the only constraint you'd have is it's called overfitting, where when you train the model with the smaller vehicles, the data you train it on would not apply to the bigger vehicles. So that's a constraint you'd have, because the small vehicle is not the same as the big vehicle, right?
Yeah.
But we're talking about like initial seed round with the smaller vehicle, and then from there we're looking at higher seed round, Series A. But our business model was to sell to car manufacturer companies to reduce their insurance costs, so they have to pay like no insurance, because of the safety, of the minimal safety, or the more safety we're providing with this.
You were also talking about possibly selling the patent as well.
Yeah, that was another like route we were going to. A big part of startups is like founder fit to the product, right?
Okay.
So you have to ask yourself and genuinely be honest: are you the right founders to get this product out?
Yeah.
No. The answer to us was no.
Yeah.
We are not 20-year veterans working at Google in their AI field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Because this is a very like a sophisticated product.
Yeah.
Where you need a lot of machine learning.
Yeah, exactly.
Knowledge about it.
For
and
you,
stuff like that.
for you guys to just get some initial like seed money and develop this, it would be like the most impressive thing of all time. It's almost like crazy to think about.
Especially because of how innovative the product actually is and new. Because there's not a lot of knowledge around AI yet, or just like kind of robo-taxis. Like robo-taxis aren't even out, right?
So-
and you're trying to develop a product where you could help them with their insurance policies.
what I was thinking of is, rather than trying to sell it to like an automobile company, why wouldn't you try to sell?
Sorry, not sell, license.
License.
Yeah, license.
Well, a patent. You would be selling the patent to an AI company or something.
Yeah.
Right. Because then they would be able to build out the AI and develop it. Then they can sell it.
To the automobiles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
taxis.
exactly.
I mean, if you really think about
They
it,
can just monopolize
it's
it,
a great idea because, in
It
my
is.
opinion, I feel like the future of driving could be robo-taxis.
That's why I have all my fucking money in Tesla.
In Tesla?
So
Yeah.
hopefully, so please develop it so I can make a lot of money.
Yeah, where was I? But yeah, so we kept developing, trying our hardest. So when we realized, when we were just being honest with ourselves, we kind of went more towards, we just went fully business. So contacting as many VCs as we could, rich, powerful people, being super bold. That is one of the most important, maybe not one of the most important, but it's a very important skill to have when you do these startups. You have to be bold. I'll tell you this, what we did, this my friend, this is so ingenious. You know how on iCloud you can text people with their iCloud email?
Mm-hmm.
What he did is he would get the iCloud of these people who run these companies through their LinkedIn, and he'd text them. And he would basically pitch them through text, and they responded. Do you guys know Y Combinator?
Yeah.
Do you know the CEO?
No what?
Yeah, I do. Y Combinator. It's
What's
the
that?
biggest-
Y
it's the
Combinator?
biggest venture capitalist investor.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Really?
No.
No.
Wow,
Is
they're
he-
fucking
is
huge.
he massive?
Massive.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
couple, maybe.
Well, if you don't
couple
know,
hundred-
if
couple
you
$100
don't know
billion
it, it's not like a big deal.
No,
It's not like Microsoft.
No,
you know?
I'm just curious.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Well, no, it is like the Microsoft of venture capitalists.
Yeah, but not everyone knows what Y Combinator is,
Yeah.
my point. But whatever, so forth. But he texted, what, is his name Gary Tan? No. Is that Gary? Is Gary Tan the CEO of Microsoft?
I don't know.
I think
I don't.
I'm mixing the names. Okay, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
But we texted the CEO of Y Combinator, and he responded.
No
Wow.
way.
Yeah, he responded, and then we texted another CEO or the founder of another company that was doing that was already a major company that IPO'd. They're a stock market, but another company that was similar to what we were doing. They were doing like LiDAR detection, something like that. But yeah.
Do you remember the name?
They're doing
No,
what?
I don't remember the name. It's not like you guys might know them.
What were
No,
they
I
doing?
definitely
They
do
were
know that. I
doing,
used to invest in so many LiDAR companies.
They're doing like LiDAR detection for vehicles.
What's that?
like Neo and stuff. Neo's a Chinese car
It's not Neo, it
manufacturer.
was an American company. I don't remember the name.
No. Neo is one of the. Dude, I remember. I know exactly. I know what company.
Luminar.
you're talking- Luminar. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luminar.
I used to trade options on Luminar all day, every day. I swear to God.
But we text.
Wait, were you trading Neo options sophomore year?
Yeah.
I remember. Wait, what's
Dude,
up?
no, it
What's
was 10x during
Wait,
that year.
wait,
It was crazy.
wait. Did you make a lot of money on it, and then you tried to put someone else on? Did you
I tried to put Rossi on it.
Rossi and Steven on?
Yeah.
And then it didn't work out for
no,
them.
so it went parabolic and just tanked after that. I mean, I made a lot of money, but then I put them on
I
once
mean,
it started tanking.
Loki makes sense that
Yeah.
they missed it.
Yeah. That's funny.
But yeah, we talked to him for a bit. Then we got his actual number from a VC because the VC was their first initial investment. So that boomed and they made a lot of money. Yeah, and then now we're kind of just like a sticking point a little bit. Still working on it.
But that's great though.
Yeah.
I mean, like you're 18 years old and you have a startup, which is fucking amazing. Like I don't think most 18-year-olds who even want to be an aspiring entrepreneur have like they don't know how to get into a VC investor's room, right? It's like it's kind of crazy shit. So I mean, props to you. I
Appreciate
respect that a lot.
Thank you.
I think the most impressive thing is the scope of how big you guys are thinking.
Yeah.
Where when you hear teen entrepreneur, you're thinking, oh, they're going to do
Resell,
SMMA.
or they're just gonna do
They're
like
resell.
reselling like sneakers or
They're-
hacks or whatever, right?
They're
But,
going to drop ship.
Exactly,
Personal
but-
training, all that shit.
Yeah, but the TAM, the total addressable market that you're thinking of, and how ambitious you guys are thinking, it like makes me believe that you are going to be successful
Yeah,
in the future.
I agree.
Yeah, but like we were just thinking, like in theory, if we monopolize the entire market, we'd be trillionaires.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
like
totally.
literally, like.
Yeah,
and
because
then,
I mean, the whole world would use robo taxis, and
yeah,
fucking,
and
and
then-
you would have the patents behind it.
dude, yeah, like.
monopolize. You can't technically monopolize.
Oh yeah. No, it would be like a monopoly of the market because once you provide the software to every single major company, no one can.
No, the reason I said quotes is because
Oh.
technically the United States wants to protect against monopolies, but they
Oh, I
they,
see.
they don't do shit about that.
Yeah, literally the biggest 5 companies monopolize everything.
Exactly.
Have you heard
yeah.
about that? How they
Fang.
how they communicate with venture capitalist firms and buy out
Everything.
Like they buy out everything.
Dude,
Crazy.
everything's monopolized. You
Yep,
see,
crazy.
like maybe it's one of the companies like Procter and Gamble, or just these big corporations like Nestle.
Yeah.
They own every single fucking piece of food in the
that's-
supermarket.
have you seen that? You know the chart?
Yeah.
That chart where it's crazy.
Exactly. So, yeah. So even though you're technically not allowed to monopolize, it's the best business model you could possibly hope for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a monopoly.
Having the
because
entire
then you
market.
control the market.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and then the supply and demand is on yours. There's no supply and demand curve.
Yeah, you can fucking make the prices as high as you want.
Yeah, I mean that's what there was this guy who went to prison and he actually just got out. I think he was in prison for a couple of years. His name's Martin Shkreli, and
Oh yeah, I watch his.
Wait, I've
I
heard-
watch his.
I've
I watch
heard
his
this name
live
before.
streams.
yeah, no, he
Yeah.
went to prison, but
Prison
before
for
that,
raising the price of like the
It-
medicine. No,
it was like I don't know if it might have
What'd
been
he
insulin. He raised the price of. Correct me
that's
if I'm
not why.
wrong.
That's not why he went to jail.
He went to
because
no.
threatened.
He threatened Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
That's why he went to jail.
Yeah.
W, bro.
It's not illegal. Yeah, but it's not illegal to raise the
No,
price.
it's
all
not.
private.
But he made
very
billions.
Oh, yeah, very.
He
It's
made
hated.
I think he made billions of dollars off of it. He bought like I don't know, maybe it was like patents to insulin or whatever, and
Yeah.
then or like all the suppliers of insulin and raised the price from like a couple dollars, maybe even a couple of cents, to $600 per
Yeah.
bottle. And people need insulin to live, so it's like
As much as I love capitalism, I love how it instills competitiveness, instills people want to push themselves to become the best. Like stuff like that, like pisses me off so
Yeah, I know.
much.
But I mean, that's why we have the people like Mark Cuban, where he's creating a pharmaceutical company where he only like his main business model is he only marks up the price 15% so people actually know like what the actual price is to manufacture the product and that they're not getting fucking scammed.
Bro, fucking
Yeah.
dude, Big Pharma, that shit pisses me off
Yeah, I know.
so much,
I
dude.
know.
It's they never attack the actual source of the issue. You see all these people when they're depressed, anxious, feel like shit, headaches all the time, and rather than getting my diet right, getting my sunlight, getting my electrolytes, and getting 8 hours of sleep, they're buying Advil, they're buying drugs, doing all this
Yeah,
stuff.
bro. Like,
No, I mean if you really think about it, like
It's a good business model.
yeah, it's a great business model because I mean, like if you think about it, like in business, you want to scale a company, you need to either get more customers or increase the lifetime value of those customers. And so, if you wanted to cure those customers, that would decrease the lifetime value of those customers. And so, if you want to make the most money, you just keep them paying customers for their entire life.
I'll give a perfect example. So this spring, I was noticing I was having some allergies flaring up. And immediately when I saw my allergies, I'm like, this makes no sense. Why am I just allergic to the fucking nature?
Yeah.
Like, this makes zero sense to me. There must be something wrong with the way I'm living my life when I'm eating. So I cut out as much artificial shit as I could. I mostly cut out wheat. I think that's the biggest thing, cutting out wheat. And as I cut that out, my allergies started to disappear.
That's
And now I
actually
don't.
so
Now I don't have
interesting.
allergies anymore, right? Versus these companies like Claritin, Benadryl,
Yeah.
where they're selling you this cure to your allergies. When the thing is, it's not a cure, it's a band-aid. It's a short-term solution for a long-term problem. And rather than having this band-aid, if we were able to take the problem, attack it head-on, and attack the source, like, rather than cutting off the brain of the beast, rather than cutting off all his legs. It's a weird analogy, but me fixing that made my life so much better, rather than being a continuous number in their fucking
System.
in their system that keeps
staying
spending
up-
money, keep wasting money, and
Yeah.
keep being oppressed by Claritin.
Yeah.
yeah, like, excuse my ignorance, but how can you be allergic to like pollen or like how like
how
like,
can you
how
be
is
allergic to nature?
yeah
You know?
like
It
I
made
don't know.
no fucking sense to me. No sense. And there's
I mean, because humans are adaptable species, right? And so, like, we probably should have adapted by now, right? We probably have, but like, I don't know, something that we're eating, something, whatever, right? Is probably making us act up like this. Like you found out that wheat was
yeah,
the problem of your allergies, and
wheat.
Yeah, wheat.
Wait, wait,
No, not weed. Yeah,
Yeah.
no wheat.
bread.
Bread. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you get no bread. Fucking puss. Broke motherfucker. No. But like, there, that's a perfect example.
I can give so many more examples of that. So you guys ever heard of the rice strategy to heal something? Like rest, ice, compression, elevation,
Yeah.
Yeah.
to get rid of inflammation, right?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, dude, you told me about this.
It's completely
oh
wrong.
my gosh, I remember this. There was this one time you sprained your ankle or something like that, and you started immediately walking on it, and we went for like a 3-mile walk, and the next day it was healed.
Yeah. So you guys need to understand, like, all these, I think rice, that, he's recently gone back and said he was wrong, but I think that was made just so people will stay injured longer, so then they can buy more pharmaceutical drugs to keep their injury feeling better. Like taking stuff like anti-inflammatories, taking Advil. Let's say you broke your ankle or you sprained your ankle. It gets inflamed, right? The inflammation is all the nutrients, all the blood, everything that's going to heal it. That's the natural response to it. So when you take Advil, it takes away all that inflammation and makes your stuff heal slower. Heal a lot slower. Ice, the same exact thing. That's why you don't do an ice bath after you work out anymore, because it slows down all the inflammation, all that genetic
flow,
mutation,
yeah.
and blood flow for you to heal. So when you injure something, the best thing you could possibly do is just to use it. It sends a signal to your brain and to your body that, oh, I need to keep using this. It'll send a bunch of blood, a bunch of nutrients to the area, and it'll end up getting better.
And that's what our body's made. That's why there is so much inflammation on an injured wound or anything like that, because our body like knows what to do and is made for healing that wound. And so that's why it does it. So let your body do the process of healing, because it knows what it does best. You know.
Yeah, it's cool. Everything in like nature is all made for it to work perfectly. Like the sunset and the sunrise. Those are the perfect times for you to go to sleep and wake up. Yeah, it's so very cool.
Yeah. A lot of synchronicity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Zach?
Bro, like going back to that where everyone's just like so confused and propaganda. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, many people, I'd say the majority, maybe not, actually no, less, the minority of people, they're confused by the information, they're influenced, but they might do research and they might change their opinion. What I was thinking about this is I think the majority of people, they, with all of this new information coming out, they won't even think about it being true, like what you're saying about what is it? Rice. What you're saying about rice.
Oh no, wheat.
Yeah. Wheat and the rice healing method.
Yes.
They won't even they won't even think of it being true because I don't know, maybe they're too scared or they're just, you know what I'm saying? I feel bad
they
for
were
those
just
people.
reinforced of the fact that their entire life
beliefs.
that this thing works, even though they haven't really had the data to test it.
Dude, I think it's a defense mechanism in the brain, because when something you've thought was true for so long is proven to be false, then what else in your life is also going to be false?
Then you have no identity.
Yeah.
And then humans love attaching to identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a big rabbit hole that still needed to be uncovered, but maybe that's why we're here. You know.
And then what we were talking about this earlier today is in order for your identity to change, become that new person, you're going to be dealing with pain and doubt every day. And I love this analogy. Is you're swimming, you're trying to get above the water to reach that new identity, and you have a person that is able to grab you out of the water, and that's your actions and your new beliefs, mainly your actions and habits. And then you have that person at the bottom chained up trying to drag you down, and that's your old identity. So I love that analogy. I think about that every day because I'm trying to have that new identity, trying to succeed in life.
The one like kind of analogy that I use is trying to become the future, or trying to impress the future version of myself. I know I've talked about this on a past podcast, but like picture in your mind the person that you want to be and what that person does on a day-to-day basis and the actions that person does, right? And if that's who you want to be, all you have to do is just flip and do those actions that person already does. And obviously good shit takes time, so you won't have the evidence immediately, but that evidence will come if you keep doing those actions that person does, right? And people ascribe our identity about like how we do, like I don't know if you guys have heard be, do, have, right? Like since you do, you be, since you do, you have. It's all about taking actions, right? And so if you do the shit that it takes to become successful or the person that you want to be, it's a requisite for like since I want to become successful and I'm doing the actions that it takes to become successful, I'm making the actions the goal, not the goal the actual goal, because the goal will come as a byproduct of me doing the actions. It'll come like already because I'm doing the actions that it takes.
Yeah.
And so that's what I think about.
That's why I like our podcast so much. Who is it? Matt said this to me today, actually. So I filmed
McKenna?
Matt McKenna. So he's, for his senior project, he's doing a podcast with one of the moms in our community. And,
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, that's sick.
So he interviewed me today. He was talking
That's so
about
cool.
how our podcast was cool because we show like all like the stuff that it takes to become successful, not us actually being successful, because we haven't really achieved anything great yet. So us being like young and showing the stuff we value and the actions we take, like you said, that can be the prerequisite to our goals and dreams that we hope to accomplish.
Yeah.
And then I think we will accomplish.
Yeah, no, and I think it's great that we're filming podcasts now because, in my opinion, I mean, I talked about you earlier today, but in my opinion, I think it's best to document the process, not when everything's sunshine and rainbows, because the reason you document the process and say you're a hero is so that people believe that they can also do it, right? And so if you can actually document the entire process of you being nothing to you becoming something, that'll give people proof about like that you actually did this, right?
Yeah.
And it's also like people look at the when they want to become someone, they look at who that person already is, what they already do with those actions, right? And what you actually have to do is look at the process of what they did to get to that spot. And so if we can document the process, then people can see actually what it takes instead of like doing whatever it takes already at the top, because there are obviously different actions at each stage in your life.
Yeah, that's why Iman Gadzhi blew up even more.
Yeah, because he
documented for like 7 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Piggybacking on that, you've definitely listened to this podcast. I don't know if you have. It's the one with Chris Williamson and Alex Tramosi, the second one. When Alex Tramosi talks about, if you're recording a bunch of shit, when you haven't accomplished anything, it might not get views then, but when you do accomplish something, people are going to look back, and then your fan base is going to be even bigger because you have all this content that they can look back on and pick your brain as much as possible from every single state of your come up.
Yeah.
Bro, that's so motivating. I'm about to record something now.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, you definitely should.
Yeah, well,
For the-
I mean, because if you think about it, like heroes are heroes because they came through like massive difficulties, right? And so if you can document those massive difficulties, people will have the same difficulties. And so if you can show the process of getting through those difficulties, they themselves will believe that it's possible and that they can do it instead of becoming depressed and falling into that pharmaceutical fucking rabbit hole of taking antidepressant drugs or
Fucking
whatever.
loop, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll film some Loom Figma Jam board style videos.
What's that?
Like, have you seen those videos,
videos?
like the Loom, where they're filming on Loom, and then they're on Figma Jam board, like explaining like a flow chart of like their ideas or something.
Oh, yeah,
bullshit.
that's
You know what I'm
tough.
saying? I don't know, something like that.
I like those videos.
We'll drop some
insight.
insight.
We'll drop some heat.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Definitely.
100%.
All right. Well, I think what?
Wait, last thing, gotta give. It was very related to what you're saying. This is my take on it. Is become the person you admire in your head.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the last
I have one more thing. When you were talking about the person dragging you down underneath, I have like a very good anecdotal story that relates to that. So I've been trying to study to prepare for my year next year, like just study some calculus, physics, chemistry,
Of course,
just
yeah.
to make sure that I'm not like fucking retarded when the year comes around.
Yeah.
So the person pulling me under, it was me like 3 days ago saying, no, I can just take one day off. Like it's fine. And I take one day off and I haven't done it in 3 days. I haven't studied in 3 days.
Yeah.
And so like me not doing that
Lazy
one day.
bitch.
Yeah, I am a lazy bitch. Me not doing it that one day.
This guy.
Me not doing that one day actually gave the dude pulling me under like plus 10 strength steroids, and now he's able to pull me all the way under. So now I have to claw my way back up
Yeah,
over the
bro.
water
Just to get back to
so
that
hard.
baseline.
just to get back up to that baseline.
Yeah.
So
It's all about momentum.
all right, do you guys want to we each want to give one piece of advice before we leave?
Yeah, sure.
Zach can kind of give his, but you can give another one. Do you have any more pieces? I'll go first.
Okay, yeah, sorry, you go.
Because I was already
Okay,
my
go for it,
hands.
go for it.
Okay. My thing is, don't let yourself slip. Don't let yourself stop doing the actions you set out to do. Because having that one day of break, that one day of pleasure, is going to make the rest of the days 10 times more painful.
100%
Because
I agree.
because then you have to do 2x the next day just to get back to that old baseline that
Exactly.
you have, and then you won't want to do that work. So then, the next day it'll take 3 days, and then 4 days, and then 5 days, and then you'll end up having to start all over again.
Yes. You got anything for us?
About to rant for about 30 seconds.
Let's hear it.
All right. Get physically strong. Get big as fuck.
Yeah.
Stop watching TikTok. That shit's brain rot. You're destroying your mind.
Skibbity toilet. Wait, but I love Skibbity toilet.
Oh, dude, I love scrolling. Dude, it's like sometimes it's nice.
Sometimes it's nice.
No, that's Big
Fuck, no,
Pharma.
that's
That's Big Pharma.
That's the person pulling me down.
No,
Fuck.
no, bro, it feels mad good.
Nah, it's Big Pharma, bro. Nah, but for real, if you're trying to become that new man, new woman, build that new identity.
You realize how he only said 2 genders? No,
Bro, there's only 2 genders. I don't give a fuck, bro. To
Digital
each their own.
footprint at,
To each their own. To each their own.
To each their own.
Yeah, my liberal college. To each their own. But if you're trying to build that new identity, just remember those doubts. This is my mental framework. Those doubts that that sense of fear in your stomach, in your mind, that's that person dragging you down. That's not your new identity. That's that person dragging you down. So work hard every day. Get strong. Get mentally strong.
And keep believing in yourself, right?
Yeah.
Look,
Be hungry.
Look, because courage isn't having a lack of fear. Courage is having that person pulling you down, seeing that fear, and still being able to continue going forwards.
Yeah, like
Love that.
Yeah, exactly. Bravery is not being fearless when something fearful is happening, but having that fear and doing it anyways.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I mean, my one thing is see your goals, write down your goals, and instead of having the goal, have the actions be the goal, because the goal will be a requisite for doing the actions. All right. I think that was a great podcast,
Awesome.
guys.
Great episode, guys. Three-way high five.
Yeah. It was nice having you on the
Thank you guys for
podcast,
watching.
Zach.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
I appreciate it,
Zach Porat, everyone.
Woo! Yeah, that was great. All right, see you all
Wait,
later.
should we rip some religious shit? Be like, fine, God.
Bro,
Fine,